to live in the corners we once hid. Every word I never said still flows. It's just dust and quiet echoes of a life I used to know. They don't scream, they just let go, slow. Footsteps cross the wooden floor that don't belong here anymore. Even silence shuts the door behind me. Some rooms remember, even when we don't. Dust and quiet echoes stay long after words all fade away. I sweep the floor, they find a way back. I called your name into the hall, watched it crack against the wall. Guess some love just learns to fall apart. Light breaks in through cracked glass. Afternoon moves slow as past. I sit still, let the moment pass alone. Not much left but what I feel. Every loss that time can't heal. Dust and echoes, this is real now. Echo. Leaves piled up like borrowed time. Porch steps cold by 9:30. I checked that road like it owed me true. Every truck just passed on through. I kept the light on. Rust on the hinge, white paint thin. Old envelope sleep in a kitchen tin. Your handwriting fades in my head like things we almost said. No letters came this fall, not a word, not a line at all. Just the sound of October leaving and me learning how to start. My mama says silence means move along, but silence feels like being wrong. I stood there every delivery day, watching hope turn brown and late. The mailbox never learned my name, guess neither did you. I thought words had a way of staying just stopped coming to be. No letters came this fall, not even one to end it all. Just an empty box and colder days, teaching me to take the call. Winter's next. I'll stop checking soon. They say. Sun came up like it always does. Didn't ask me how I slept. Coffee boiled, kettle side, like it knew what I'd accept. Porch still damp with yesterday. Birds went on their way. I reached down by the kitchen door out of habit. Anyway, some things stay, some don't. Used to fill that woven straw with eggs in early light. Now it leans against the wall like it forgot its life. Empty basket in the morning where the weight of loved ones lay. Ain't much missing to the world, but it empties out my day. Lost don't always scream and cry. Sometimes it just waits in quiet corners of the house where time forgets the days. I still step where you once stood, still reach where you would be. Nothing's left behind, just means love went somewhere else and took its time. I'll leave it by the door a while in case tomorrow remembers. Cold floor, empty room. Every step's the same. Even my breath don't feel like mine when it hits the ground. Light switch clicks but nothing changes, just shadows moving slow. I sit where we never argue, 'cause we never got that far to go. I woke up on the wrong side of silence. No clock, no tune. just the echo of my own name bouncing round this room. The walls don't answer back. Cold floor, empty room, knows me better now. It don't ask me how I'm holding up, it just shows me how. Maybe I was built for company, not this kind of truth. But a man learns who he is with nothing left to lose. Your side still marked in the dust where the bed once stood. I'd fill it with forgiveness if I could. There's a cold floor, empty room, and I'm still inside. If I lay down long enough, maybe it'll feel like I tried. Cold floor, empty room, cold floor, empty room. Gravel roads of silence rattle what's left of me. Every mile just asks again who I'm supposed to be. Windshield crack like my reflection, radio talks to itself. I pass the signs I used to trust, now they point nowhere else. I learned the sound of being alone from tires on stone. When the world don't answer back, learn to drive it on. I don't slow down. Gravel roads of silence, don't care where I've been. They just stretch out like a question. I ain't ready. Maybe paved roads need a reason, gravel just goes. It don't promise you a finish line, it just shows. Sun sinking low behind the trees, dust hangs like prayer. Shadow falls behind like it's scared. There's gravel roads of silence, still calling my name. I'll keep driving through the quiet till the quiet feels the same. Gravel hum, silence rise. They've been standing right there all week, like they're waiting on a sign. I don't move them, I don't speak, guess we're both out of time. Lonely boots by the door, don't know where to go. They remember every road, I don't walk no more. Coffee cools on the stove, sun cuts through the screen. Everything's where you left it, like you still might step in. Past the door, still waiting. Funny how the things we own learn to miss us too. They hold the shape of who we were long after we moved through. I could wear them out tonight, but I'd still come home alone. Lonely boots by the door, ain't complaining, just there, like they know some nights are meant to stay there. Turn out the light, they don't move. I turn out the light, they don't move. Where I run straight across the field, but there's no one on the other side. Used to wave when daylight healed, now the horizon's just too wide. Fences with no neighbors, lines with nothing to defend, built to keep us close together, now they don't know where it ends. Gates that never squeak no more, Russ learned how to wait. Every rule we swore before, just learned how to separate. No neighbor, just the wind. I thought distance came from miles or years slipping by. Turns out it grows right where you stand when no one replies. walk the line I used to share, call it home again. Fences with no neighbors still hold the land in place. They don't stop the loan from wandering or time from changing faces. Posts lean east toward nothing said. Killed without stories just keeps me warm, not whole. Folded on the edge of an empty bed, colors faded, words unsaid. Every stitch knows where you've been, but none of them remember when. No name sewn in, no nights to tell. Mama used to hum while the needle ran, said every square's a piece of a man. Now it's quiet, thread runs cold, left with fabric growing old. A kill without story, don't hold the same. It keeps out the not the pain. I pull it tight against my chest like memories know how to rest, but silence lays where laughter was. Warmth ain't love, it never was. Maybe stories leave with time, maybe I just lost mine. All that's left is cotton and thread and the things we never said. A kill without stories won't call me home. It keeps me warm, but I sleep alone. Paint is peeling off the truth on a house I learned to wait. Curtains breathe but never move, like they know it's much too late. No one's looking now. Floorboards count the steps I took back when steps still meant a thing. Every room keeps its own echo, every echo's listening. I knock sometimes just to hear the sound. Empty windows facing nowhere, watching days just pass on by. They don't ask me where I'm headed, they just stare me down the line. Letters never left the shelf, names grew quiet on the wall. Even light forgot the doorway, like it never lived here at all. Still nobody's looking now. I ain't lost, I just ain't found. Some homes don't fall apart, they just don't make a sound. Empty windows facing nowhere, hold reflections I can't be. If I wave, they won't wave back, just a man I used to see. The house keeps watching long after I leave. Headlights fade in the rear view, radio talks but it ain't true. Every song knows my blues tonight. I'm alone on the back road, no sign tells me where to go. Every mile just tells me so, I'm on my own. Used to ride with someone near, laughing loud, no fear. Now the silence rides the gear with me. I don't need much, just a reason not to turn back. Alone on the back road still, hearts broke but the wheels don't wheel. Stop rolling even when I will to stay. I pulled over by an old fence line, talk to God, talk to time. They both stayed quiet, so did mine. For once, dust on boots, dawn ahead. Same old thoughts I never said. Maybe lonely don't mean dead yet. No map knows this kind of road, I just carry what I know. Alone, but still I'm headed home somehow. Alone on the back road. Yard still knows your shadow, where the maple leaves fall down. That bench keeps all the evenings when your voice is still around. An empty bench in the yard says more than words ever are. Coffee cups with chipped out rims I never threw away. I sit where you once leaned back and listened to the day. No goodbye carved in the wood, just a space where you belong. An empty bench in the yard holds the weight of broken hearts. Time keeps moving, but I don't, since the night you never called. Maybe love don't leave it in anger, maybe it just goes quiet, like a place you always pass by, sit beside. I fixed the fence last Sunday, like you said I always should. The hammer rang like memory through every piece of wood. Empty bench in the yard, still waiting. If you ever pass this way, you'll know where I've been. One lonely star above the barn, still hanging on. Like you don't know the night's too big to face alone. That lonely star above the barn knows how I feel. Shining where nobody's looking, trying to stay real. Boots by the door, dust on my hands, day's finally done. I talk to the dark like it's a friend when the work is gone. I look up, not down. Lonely star above the barn, don't ask for much. Just tin sings along. Even the barn feels smaller now since you're gone. There's a lonely star above the barn, one in me. We both keep shining quietly where we're meant to be. Star still burning, so am I. So am I. Floorboards don't complain no more when I cross the room at night. Walls just stand there holding there like they gave up on the fight. This place don't talk, curtains hang like tired hands afraid to wave goodbye. Even dust don't dare to move beneath this roof of quiet night. I keep waiting for a sound. It's a house without whispers, without secrets in the hall. No prayers left in doorways, no echoes on the wall. Leave the lights on in the day just to feel a little seen. Even shadows won't sit with me, they know what this house means. Homes are built from breath and sound, from names you softly call. Take the voices out of love, you're left with painted walls. It's a house without whispers, still standing tall and proud. Looks like home from the outside, but silence lives here now. Morning with no voice, sun climbs on its own. I open up my mouth to pray, but the words stay gone. Coffee brews, but don't wake me, just keeps time. Light slips through the curtains like it's asking if I'm fine. Used to hear you hum along with the day. Now the house wakes up in pieces and walks away. I try to speak, morning with no voice, just breathing down. Even the mirror waits on me to figure myself out. Maybe silence ain't the end, maybe it's the start, where you learn to listen close to your heart. There's somewhere to go. Our time slow, not at the day like I know. There's a morning with no voice and I'm still here. If the words come back someday, I'll be struck a match against the dark, watched it fail to glow. Same old hand, same cold spark, same place you won't go. Heat ain't the same when hope runs out. Ashes know my every step, floor remembers you. I keep waiting for warmth that never pulls me through. Lonely fires with no flame, still burning all the same. I sit here staring at the glow, pretending I'm okay. While swearing they're alive, I've been warm in memories, but cold in real time. Lonely fire, no flame to call my name. Even smoke got tired of me, drifted out the door. Lonely fires with no flame don't light the night or day. If this is what surviving means, I'll sit and let it stay. Some nights ain't dark at all, just empty of the light.
The sun slid down the window pane like it forgot to stay. The supper cooled on an empty plate. Another quiet day. Radio stayed on the shelf. Dust learned all its tunes. Even the clock learned how to hum without a sound. Nights used to sing. We'd hum along to old time lines, off key but never wrong. Now the house just clears his throat and waits for what is gone. Quiet evenings without songs stretch a little long, when the tune you leaned on most is the one that's gone. Silence ain't empty space, it's music laid to rest. I still hear you in the gap between one breath and the next. Quiet evenings hold me on. I still tap my foot sometimes, then let it be. Songs don't mean the love is through. It just learned a softer way of sounding like you. Some nights don't need a melody, they already remember.
Moon hangs where voices used to be. Gates don't creak, dogs don't call. Even now, stay back. Hay sleeps high against the wall, holding on to tracks. Quiet barns in the moonlight stand like they remember me. Every nail and shadow knows what this place used to be. I parked the truck a ways away, let the engine cool, didn't want to break the night. A wake was through. Moonlight still, loneliness ain't loud at night, it just breathes real slow. Teaches hearts to listen close to things they already know. I don't knock, I don't stay long, just stand a while. Quiet barns in the moonlight keep my name somehow. They don't ask me where I've been, they just let me now. Drifts on, so do I, so do I.
Ain't no rooster calling morning, ain't no smoke rising straight, just the sound of empty rafters singing songs I can't escape. Fence posts lean like tide men, hay's gone thin, the ground's gone hard. Boots remember other footsteps, frozen still inside the yard. Cold winds, they know my name. Lantern swings but don't decide which way hope is gonna fall.